If there's one problem that has plagued YouTube for years, that problem will be copyright abuse. Copyright abuse is basically where someone strikes a video for showing clips of them or clips from their videos, and the problem with doing this is the fact that showing video clips from other people's content falls under the category of fair use, which basically means that you're legally allowed to use the content if you're making a parody, criticism, or just comments on it. But unfortunately, a lot of people either don't understand this, or they're just greedy scumbags looking for money, and because of that, copyright abuse has affected a lot of creators on YouTube. For example, last year Quantum TV tried reporting the admin for showing clips from his videos, and this led to the admin's entire channel getting demonetized for a short while. Thankfully he was remonetized, and since I mentioned Quantum TV, I think it's worth mentioning that he recently got arrested, which is a pretty big W. However, despite having a good ending, the fact that stuff like this can easily happen is a pretty big issue. Like, for a lot of people, YouTube is a source of income, and being able to lose that source of income all because one person claimed a small clip is pretty scary. Now, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video, the reason I'm talking about this today is because another innocent channel has fallen victim to copyright abuse, and the channel in question is Internet Anarchist. If you don't know who he is, he's basically the next Sunny V2. He makes videos about other YouTubers with really nice editing, and when I say really nice, I do mean really nice. Anyways, there was one video he made where he talked about the Moist Critical and Sneeko drama, and in this video he used clips from Adin Ross's streams. Here's one of the clips he used.
Adin would actually call up Sneeko to make a statement on the video, where Sneeko would say,
"So let me ask you, if you saw him walking down the street, what are you doing?"
I would walk up to him and I would say the same stuff that you said in your videos. I would look him dead in the eye and say, all that stuff you said in your videos, say it to my face right now, and I know that he would freeze up and not say a word. This is why I'm sick of the internet and why we should spend more time in the real world, because this is garbage, bro. Does anyone in the chat think that he would say any of this face to face, one on one? If I'm looking at Moist Critical, who looks like a fentanyl homeless dude, who looks like he stands at a playground looking at, bro, he looks like he's homeless. Look at him. If he's calling me a file, look at me and look at him. Who's more likely to be on a watch list? Who's more likely to shoot him to school?
Yo!
Would he say this? Come on. Let's be honest.
The video itself performed pretty well, and according to Internet Anarchist, was one of his best performing videos, but unfortunately, all that work and effort was flushed down the drain. Around a week ago, Adin Ross copyright claimed the video, and because of this, Internet Anarchist lost over $8,000 of revenue. For YouTube revenue, that is a lot of money for a single video, especially for a channel the size of Internet Anarchist. Obviously this is a really scummy thing to do, but what's really ironic about this is the fact that Adin Ross makes so much money from streaming that he could literally retire right now. Like, the man doesn't need to work another day for the rest of his life, but he still goes out of his way to steal $8,000 from another person. Think of it this way, to someone like Internet Anarchist, $8,000 is a lot of money, but to someone like Adin Ross, $8,000 is pocket change, so to go out of your way to steal something that doesn't really benefit you at all is absolutely deplorable, and it really sucks for Internet Anarchist specifically because, like I said, the man is basically the next Sunny V2. That on its own should tell you how much work and effort he puts into his videos. Now, I don't think that this is going to ruin Internet Anarchist's career. The rest of his channel is still monetized unless I'm mistaken, so I think he should be fine, but I can imagine this is still a giant kick in the balls. It doesn't stop there, however, because just to add a little extra fuel to the fire, Adin Ross was literally celebrating what he did to Internet Anarchist on stream. Here's the exact clip.
W. Chat, by the way, this is Hassan's head moderator, chat. Put a W in the chat. We stole $8,000 from him. W. He needed that. Yes! 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 W, yes! Yes?
So there you go. Adin Ross basically just celebrates the fact that he stole $8,000 from a smaller creator who probably puts in more work and effort than him. Really says a lot about him as a person. Now honestly, I was always pretty neutral on Adin Ross. Like, I knew who he was, but I never really cared too much about him. However, now I'm starting to realize that he's a massive douchebag. I mean, the video in question had nothing to do with him at all, and he still chose to strike the video anyways. And when you take all other factors into consideration, it really just seems like Adin Ross is a stereotypical rich person that nobody likes. What's really sad about this is the fact that Internet Anarchist is probably going to have to accept this L because he's not really in a position where he could actually fight against Adin Ross. Like, imagine trying to sue someone who has more money and resources than you. You're most likely going to be backed into a corner. The best thing we can hope for at this point is that Adin Ross gets banned from YouTube and Twitch, because what he's doing here is truly despicable. Overall, it really just sucks that copyright abuse is a problem on YouTube. The fact that stuff like this can happen to people is completely unfair, and I think YouTube needs to find a way to stop these kinds of instances from happening again in the future. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and peace out.